Chapter 8, Section 10 objective is to learn to use scale factor. Our essential question is, how do I determine and use a scale factor to find side lengths and areas of similar figures? This is a three-dimensional spin on scale factor, as we've already talked about it in 2 dimensions. Vocabulary term would be capacity. We have some cubes here, and we want to break it down and look at the comparison with volume and surface area. So we're measuring these in feet. We have a 1 foot by 1 foot cube, a 2 foot by 2 foot cube, and a 3 foot by 3 foot cube. The volume is simply multiply the 3 edges, so 1 by 1 by 1, 2 by 2 by 2, and 3 by 3 by 3. Surface area, because it's a cube, all sides are the same, so we find the area of one side and multiply by 6. Let's look at what this does. Corresponding edge lengths of any 2 cubes are in proportion to each other because the cubes are similar. However, volumes and surface areas do not have the same scale factor as edge lengths. Each edge of the 2 foot cube is 2 times as long as each edge of the 1 foot cube. However, the cube's volume, or the capacity we could call it, is 2 to the third equals 8 times as large, and its surface area is 4 times as large as the 1 foot cubes. So let's flip back and look. A 3 centimeter cube is built from small cubes, each 1 centimeter on an edge. Compare the following values. Compare the edge lengths of the 2 cubes. Well, we have a 3 centimeter cube and a 1 centimeter cube. To compare them, we just put them in a ratio, and it's a ratio of 3 to 1, or 3. Same cubes, now we're comparing the surface areas. We've already found these in that first slide, but remember we got that by multiplying 3 times 3 times 6 and 1 times 1 times 6. We put them in a ratio, the larger cube to the smaller cube, and we end up with a ratio of 9. So the surface area of the large cube is 9 times that of the small cube. Relates back to what we saw previously, that would be the same as 3 to the third power. A box is in the shape of a rectangular prism. The box is 4 feet tall, and its base has a length of 3 feet and a width of 2 feet. For a 6-inch tall model of the box, find the following. What is the scale factor of the model? 6 inches compares with 4 feet because they are both the heights. If we get them both into inches, now we're comparing 6 inches to 48 inches, which is 1/8. That was all we needed to find the scale factor. We didn't need the length or the width. We would use those if we wanted to go ahead and find the length and the width of the model. A box is in the shape of a rectangular prism. Same as before. Box is 4 feet tall. Its base has a length of 3 feet and a width of 2 feet. For a 6-inch tall model of the box, find the following. Now we're looking for those 2 things. What are the length and the width of the model? So we use our 1/8 and we multiply it by the size of the original shape. But if you remember, the 1/8 is all in inches. So we need to convert 3 feet to inches first, which is 36. 36 times 1/8 is the same as taking 36 divided by 8, which is 4.5 inches. 2 feet for the width converts to 24 inches. 24 divided by 8 is 3 inches. The length of the model is 4.5 inches and the width is 3 inches. I know that's cut off on your screen. It takes 30 seconds for a pump to fill a cubic container whose edge measures 1 foot. How long does it take for the pump to fill a cubic container whose edge measures 3 feet? Think about your rate. You're filling a container, so you're talking about the volume. The volume of the 3 foot cubic container would be 3 times 3 times 3, or 27 cubic feet. So if it takes 30 seconds to fill a 1 cubic foot, and now we didn't do that measurement, but that's because it's a 1 by 1 foot cube, so 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. That would be equal to X number of seconds over 27 cubic feet. Cross multiply 27 and 30. You get 810, dividing by 1 doesn't change anything, and that would be in seconds. Divide by 60 to convert to 13.5 minutes. It takes 30 seconds for a pump to fill a cubic container whose edge measures 1 foot. How long does it take for the pump to fill a cubic container whose edge measures 2 feet? Now we find the volume of the 2-foot cube, which is 8. Set up your proportion. 30 seconds over 1 cubic foot equals x over 8 cubic feet. Cross multiply 30 times 8. 240 divided by 1 is 240 seconds, or 4 minutes. That's it. Make sure your notes are filled out completely. Do not forget the questions on the left-hand side, and write your summary when all is done.